another Housewives video for you today. We're going to talk about more details that are coming out about Dorinda's firing. And then we're going to talk about Lisa Vanderpump and Camille Grammer pointing out the fact that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the cast, most of them do not live in Beverly Hills. I thought that was a good thing to know. So let's start with this Dorinda thing. Okay, so if you watched my video the other day, I was saying that it was coming out, being leaked out, that Dorinda was fired because of the cast. They said that she was mean to most of the cast this season, and it's going to get worse on the reunion that has already been filmed. They're saying that she said that Ramona is a PSA for a bad facelift and really tears into Tinsley about having another baby with Scott, and they described her as being a mean person, and the cast refused to film with her. This is why they had to fire her. That was yesterday's news. There's more details coming out today. Okay, so now today is that she got into it with a producer, specifically one producer. Now the rumors are producers with an S, but I can guarantee you guys it's one producer. And she had it out so bad with this producer that the producer ended up leaving that show and going to another one of the franchise. I'm thinking that they put the S on the word producer to make it seem like she was just the worst person in the world to get along with. Now, according to the rumors, when they confronted her, if she would have said that she had bad behavior because she's depressed, or if she would have said, I'm acting this way because I miss my husband Richard, she could have saved her job. But she refused to say that she had poor behavior. Now, let me tell you what I think is going on, people, okay? This is what I think is going on. I agree with her not getting along with the cast this season of being really mean and probably really mean to that one producer, but I think there's a bigger story to all of this. And my bigger story is I think that Andy Cohen was going to fire her anyway. Not just her, I think that the rumors are true. He's going to revamp that show because this show was awful, okay? I love the Real Housewives of New York except for this season. It was terrible, people. It was terrible. And so he has to revamp the show. I believe the rumors he's going to revamp the show around Leah. Andy, being the opportunist that he is, most likely took this one situation with Dorinda and one producer. Okay, they're trying to put it out there that it was multiple, but I'm hearing it's one producer as an opportunity to get rid of her. Listen, I don't have to explain things to the audience. I don't have to say that I'm revamping the show. I don't have to hear the Dorinda crying, why me and not the other girls? He used it, in my opinion, as a golden opportunity, which is fine. Listen, it's business. I'm not hating on Andy for firing whatever housewife he thinks he needs to get rid of, because all I know is I'm worried about the bottom line. And the bottom line is this season, The Real Housewives of New York was terrible. I hated it. I quit watching it mid-season. I really did not like it whatsoever. It was annoying. The only thing I liked about the show was Leah. She does need a new supporting cast. So what I'm hoping is they'll go ahead and get rid of Ramona too. Look, I mean, she's got to go. She's the highest paid. They can't afford that salary anymore. Go ahead, get rid of Ramona. She's going to cry for a little bit and probably go on the list of ex-housewives that hate Andy Cohen. But who cares? He's got to do what he's got to do. And his number one job is to make that show good again. It's awful, it's rotten, and don't forget, at the end of the day, he was the reason Bethany Frankel quit. I mean, according to the rumors. He got really upset when he found out she was working with the new production company, and then he pouted and acted like a baby and tried to treat her mean, and she just wasn't having it. She left. He has repaired the damage and fixed their friendship between him and Bethany, but she refuses to come back anymore. She got a little taste of regular life without the housewives and thought, I'm happier without it. Let me go ahead and, enjoy my daughter and try to adopt another son. That didn't go through, but she's looking to add to her family. I don't blame her for not going back. I mean, it is a headache. And who wants to deal with Andy Cohen's mood swings? But I will say, if you can get her back, Andy, you need to get her back. Pay her the money she wants. That'll get her back. But do what you got to do to make this show better. Dorinda, I really liked you. You just happen to be a casual. It's sad, sounds as sad as it is, and as much as I'm going to miss you, I don't care. We got to get this show back on. You had a good run. Another thing that she had going in her favor. Remember that apartment that she showed that she had in the city that she lived in? Guess what, guys? That was not her apartment at all. No. It was a place that the owner let her live in for free as long as she showed the apartment on the show. I mean, what? Are you guys shocked? I'm a little shocked and then I'm not shocked. According to the owner, the apartment will rent out for $10,000 a month. Well, now that she's not on the show anymore, I doubt that she'll be in that apartment anymore. This is the thing that really shocks people about the Real Housewives, period. I would say only 1% of them are really rich. And what I mean by that is where they don't have to worry about money coming in. I call them the working rich, which means they live paycheck to paycheck. Even though their paycheck may be $1 million, they have $1 million worth of bills. And if they miss one paycheck, then it's bad luck, just like the rest of us. And a lot of people, a lot of those cars are leased. A lot of the houses that we see are rented. It is what it is. It's called television, people. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. But I will say this. One of the 1% that truly have money, that don't worry about money at all, will be Camille Grammer. Her new name is Camille Grammer Meyer, and Lisa Vanderpump. When Lisa Vanderpump was on The Housewives, she was truly the richest housewife. I believe she's worth $85 million or something like that. I believe Camille's worth 50 or something like that. Like, they truly were rich. If they missed a paycheck, they probably wouldn't even know it for like the next 6 years. I didn't get paid 6 years ago? I didn't know that. They're truly rich. Most of them are the what I call working rich. Okay, it is what it is. And speaking of the working rich, Camille came online on Twitter yesterday. I love Twitter Camille. Almost better than TV Camille, because she has no censor. So she came out and reminded everyone that the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, well, most of them don't live in Beverly Hills. They live in the Valley, people. They live in Encino. Now you think, what's the big deal? Rich is rich. No, not when you live in LA, people. There's rich structure, okay? There's rankings in rich. Somebody had said the other day in one of my videos that they thought, why was Beverly Hills all white? And that's how I knew they never went to Beverly Hills. It's not all white. Why do people think Beverly Hills is all white? It's not. It's a melting pot. I would say, if you ask me, the largest group, the largest nationality in Beverly Hills for me would be Persians. Now, I don't know if the Persian people are also Iranian. I don't know how that works. I know some of them say they were born in Iran. I don't know if there's a difference. So I'll just say this. Most of the rich people, the largest nationality in Beverly Hills is Arabs. Are mostly Arabs. They're mostly Arabs. They ride around town in Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and they wear their garb from their country. You know, their headpiece. I don't know what that's called too. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at this. I usually have my friend Malika to tell me all the professional names, but they are the largest nationality in Beverly Hills. And what I mean by there's different forms of rich. Like most people think if you live in Hollywood, you're rich. No, you're not. Especially if you live in North Hollywood. No, I would say there's Beverly Hills, you're rich, but then you are richer. Okay, the world is in the palm of your hands if you live in Bel Air that has a whole gate around it. I mean, there is a ranking structure among the rich. And so I was so happy that Camille pointed that out. Of course, she had a hater that said, you don't live in Beverly Hills, you live in Malibu. She brought to their attention, listen, when I first came on the show, who was my neighbor when I lived in Beverly Hills? That was Adrienne Maloof and Lisa Vanderpump. So everybody who thinks just because you're rich that your life is set, no. There's a ranking system inside the group of rich. I hope that made sense. I mean, I'm explaining it the best way I know how. If you have any questions, let's talk about it in the comments section. Okay, you guys, we got lots to talk about today in the comments section. First of all, I want to know, what do you guys think about Dorinda and that not being her real apartment? I really don't care. Berkshires, living in the city. I like Dorinda, period. And so I really think that Andy just took this opportunity to get rid of her because that's what he was going to do anyway. Does anybody believe my theory? Let me know what you think about Dorinda in the comment section. And then, does it make sense when I say that there's a ranking system among the rich? If it makes sense, let me know in the comment section. There's Bel Air, and then there's Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Hollywood. It is what it is. Let me know what you think about it. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. And I'll meet you guys in the comment section. We got a lot to talk about. Until next time, talk to you then. Bye for now.